just making this video to remind you that I'm better than you. You know, I'm obviously way better than every single other person watching this video. I just realised, after lots of thought, that I'm better than everyone else. There's no other logical conclusion to me in my mind. I just want to sit with that. I have been. And I find myself to be remarkable, revolutionary, intelligent, funny, smart, witty, gifted. The list goes on. And I could talk about myself all day, really, if I wanted to. I wanted to talk about myself. Maybe that made you laugh, me saying that. Maybe that made you feel weird. Maybe it made you feel disgusted. Maybe you thought I was entitled for saying that. It was an entitled thing to say. You could feel a whole bunch of different ways about what I said, but I don't care. Deep down, I don't think it matters. Children, for example, will bicker and fight, play fight sometimes, or just fight. Is there any really that much harm in it? Where does that come from? I mean, a lot of fighting is really good for survival, defense mechanisms, and things of that nature, but what if you don't live in a survival household? What if you don't need to survive? You're not actually under any real threat. What if there isn't any real threat? What then? As far as evolution is concerned, I don't live in a very threatful society. Shit, at least I don't think so from my, humble experience here. So, we've got all of these internal drivers, threat detection being one of them. Is there a threat? Is there not a threat? Is there a threat? Is there not a threat? And I just think it can fuck your judgment up at times, because what do you determine as a threat now? Oh, well, we've got this problem, and this problem, and this problem, and this problem. Okay. But what about right now? Physically right now in the room? Are there any problems? Because if there are, name one, and if there are, well, by gosh, hope you leave that room. Brush up on your boxing. But if not, and if there are no actual legitimate, logical, kind of immediate threats to your safety, then you aren't unsafe. Biologically, fundamentally at a physiological level, if nothing's trying to hurt, harm, or kill you, how could you not be safe? I think that's an interesting question to ask, because that makes me wonder why. Why is this coffee so good? You know, these are just fun topics. I'm just exploring, asking questions. Something I like doing pretty much daily at the moment. It's going well. It is going well. It's going well. So I'm happy to be here. Still happy to be here after how long? How many weeks? Quite a few. But like, this is the spot. Genetically engineered this seat to just be what I wanted it to be. I hope that empowers you, you know, thinking about that whole threat thing, you know, when they arise in the mind and in the body. Just trying to calm that in any way. But yeah, the basis of it would be threat detection. There's no threat, so don't worry. There's no threat, so don't worry. Because then, once you can shift your being into a physical state of calm, your next steps now can be more aligned. So now your next steps go from threat next steps, which is purely survival, to, if you're calm, creation next steps, which is more exciting, more inviting, gives you more options, at least to have a go and play around with, you know. Because I'm feeling the veil get thinner and thinner with reality in between what is real and what's not real. It's getting a little bit thinner for me. Just a little teeny weeny bit. But I like it, man. I do. I do like it. You know, I'm just breathing. And doing things that I like to do, that I feel driven to do. I'm solving problems that I didn't always know how to solve. Some of the stuff that I've been given has just been given to me in some ways, you know. But I feel like I had to find what that felt like within myself on a feeling level. Getting familiarized with the feeling of being enough. Because if you can start there at those basics, as you move along the graph, if you can continue to feel like enough when you have nothing, I feel like if I can continue to feel that way when I have everything, then I was never lacking anything to begin with. Which, it hypes me up, man. Hypes me up big time. I don't like what vodka does to me so far. But I'm not even placing that aside myself. It's still, you know, stuff that I wanted, but, you know, bringing up things. Hello, therapy. Hello, therapy. Couldn't afford a therapist, so I just started talking to my phone. Jeez. You know, I'm happy that I'm here. I made pancakes with my friend Seb. They were yummy as pancakes. I feel so like filled up in my belly from that. Yay. Yeah, my belly full. Either way. Yeah, just happy to be here. Chipping away. Yeah. It's nice. It's very nice. I didn't mean to be so intuitive, man, but I guess I just am. I don't know what to say to you. You are my sunshine. My little sunshine. You make me happy. much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. My mum used to sing that to me all the time. Would be mopeding, taking me to school on the moped, and she'd sing that song. Beautiful stuff, really. Lullaby. I know so many people have many fond memories of times in their life, whatever that is. When that shows up for you, don't be afraid to dive in and reminisce on some things. Even if it's kind of painful at the start, because I think it just shows you who you really are at the basis of what you are. And I'm choosing to believe at the moment that it's unconditional love. It's what we are at our core, and acceptance. So I've been trying to love everybody, even when it's incredibly difficult, and even when I don't want to. And just choosing different options, choosing breath again. When I get triggered in usual situations that trigger me, just breathe and work my way through it. Because if you expect the same thing to happen, then it probably will, my G. Probably will. But, you know, me allowing my breath, almost like it opens up a new pathway of possibility into my next action as a human. I've got a little bit more time to process. And you know what? If you hit me with some jolty ass news, I might take a while to process that. Sometimes things are a lot to think about. Instinct is great though. Instinct is so great. There's like a fine line between ponder and, you know, laying idle, you could say. Oh, coconut milk in the coffee. Oh, that's such like truly delicious. Got to be one of the most delicious things on the planet. Just like your fucking ass. I'm so sorry that whoever heard that. Especially if you're a family member, relative, cousin. Yeah. Pray you don't hit that on rewind. You know, I just realized that I'm the best. Yeah. No one else is better than me, and I'm the best. But I'm not better than anyone else. Which is cool. Fundamentally, I'm not better than anyone else. But I can say, probably claim a bit more things than some other people because I'm taking ownership, you know, for myself and how I'm creating the situation, fully just taking full responsibility and accountability, at least at this moment. This is a full tangent, but this is inspired off some stuff from like Luke Belmar. He used to say, identify who you are, loser, and who you want to be, winner. I want to be a winner. I want to be a winner, so how do I win? What is winning even? What is actually winning, you know? And to some people, that will depend on your goals. So for some people, winning could mean getting that relationship, getting that job, making that money, doing that thing, learning that instrument. So if your definition of winning is put on this thing, you know, doing this thing, how are you going to get to that thing to be a winner? It's the process. Day by day, bit by bit, day by day, just showing up and doing something, creating a momentum, creating a ball to roll down a hill. I know that in making these videos it generates momentum, big or small, because, well, once this becomes something I can do passively, and it pretty much is at the moment, I can output a high volume of videos passively. So I'm not even thinking now. I'm acting unconscious. My unconscious drivers are sending me towards my goals. That's how awesome this is, really, if you think about it. Because I'm making this video, I'm barely conscious, bro. I'm present. I'm more present than anyone else, but I'm barely there at the same time. I'm in pure flow state, my G. Like, I'm in the purest form of flow state known to man. Maybe not known to man, but a form of flow state for sure. Amped up off the coffee. My legs are fucking kicking. Oh yeah. 369 goes wanna drink wine. Tell the man not to waste his time. And the man broke the man. He had jokes who wanna get loose with the Henny and the Coke. All I'ma say is I just keep winning, my G. It's just that simple. What's your name? What's your number? But yeah, gave you the coffee rant. I'm just so high vibe that it sounded like the Coke rant. We got the chopper. I got the chopper. I be like Mariana, I'm on the trench. She on the bench. She looking like Uncle Wench. You looking like you got the stench. I got the money. I got the De Niro's. I'm the motherfucking hero. You got the ones, but I got the zeros, the commas next to ones, and the zeros and the commas next to ones. Cause I got millions. You talking about billions, but you ain't even never made a rack, huh? I made the money more than you ever did, I got hoes more than you ever did, Said you like my profile, but you never did, I got stacks, I got the bigs, 100 zeros, 100 ones, 100 figs, FKA, shout out Cardi, shout out Twigs, shout out Skep, shout out fucking Smino. Yeah. Could you tell how serious I'm taking this? Like that's how you know. Like, I was barely conscious because I just went off on a fucking loop. I said some silly ass shit, man. All I'm saying though, I don't give a fuck. Fuck everyone else. But not to hate you, man. Just on that, oh yeah, I'm just doing me. Cause what the fuck am I, like what am I really doing right now? I'm looking at a camera, touching my moustache, which is actually going in quite nicely. What do you know in live time? How does that feel, camera? Does it feel very innovative? Does it feel very innovative to you? Do you like it? Do you like looking at my face? I like the sun, and that's what I'd say, that if you've spent all your time on a screen today, then bad. But if you've only spent a little bit of time, then you're one of the good ones. Hey, and if you're like me, maybe you're doing something. I'm always walking around, cleaning, uncleaning, making a mess, cleaning again. I like it. Makes me happy. Because I could do some sort of BS tarot, but maybe it's not bullshit, maybe it's real. You attracted this video to yourself because you got a huge boner. Sorry, this channel is inappropriate. So, you know, if you're feeling appropriate, I want to chill out here. I think the space for you. Oh my God. I think my neighbors heard me. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. That looks fucking creepy. Whoa. Okay. to the store. I don't want to say too much, and I'll say this little much. So, where the fuck? So, what is this guy? Obviously, you're looking at me like I'm some sort of weirdo, like there's something weird going on here. I don't understand why. Bro, what the fuck? I don't understand. Why? Shit, Tony. Shit, Tony Toe. What are you, Tony Toe? I learned how to control the weather with my mind. Not completely yet, but I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better at controlling the weather with my mind. Because it's getting, I wanted the sun to come out, and then boom, look, here the sun is. It's come out every day so far. And I've been in a spot where I can just sit outside for as long as I want. Like, I have so much fun hanging out with myself that I think I can understand why you'd want to hang out with me. Like, I'm just letting myself just say whatever, letting it flow off the tongue, off the riff. And I'm not judging myself. Not yet. But also being very vulnerable by showing, sides to self that a lot of people probably wouldn't want to show. Which is valid. I couldn't explain why I do this, but I am, and I am. I just don't. I like making these videos. I have since I was little. I think that's my reason. But I also just this is like a diary now. It's getting me so much more clear on my unconscious patterns, behaviors, drivers, things that I worry, think about. Because I've been absolutely just shifting my focus on what I deem to be worthy of my attention. Honestly. Yeah. And so much stuff I just don't deem it to be that attention grabbing to me anymore. Vis-a-vis Instagram, vis-a-vis just like bullshit, heaps of drama. I don't align. I'm choosing not to align with it. I'm choosing to be bigger persons in moments where I can. And still just cruising my way, getting it done. People, I love people, but it can be tricky sometimes when, you've all got different things you want, and, communication and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sure we can all relate. Just breathing. That's all you can do. It's the only thing that can, really properly just calm yourself for free. Like, it's actually just free to do that stuff. Potato! Do you know about the potatoes? Do you? Has they told you about the potatoes? Yeah? What did you learn about the potatoes? Did you learn anything about them? Potatoes. Lima! Huyur kuyumala, ui puika, pui puika. Hey, yeah. Ah, ah, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not trying to be a ragged on a maggot. Don't try it. You can't forget anything I've done, or forget anything that I know. 'Cause you're a forgetful baguette, forgetful baguette, extreme forgetful baguette. Well, I don't know any other way to be. Like, if I knew how to be normal, I'd do that. I would, but I'm not. So, but I don't really care, nigga.